Hi there, welcome to Wise Life Now. Have you ever questioned whether a partner or friend's distance signals a lack of care, or if it might stem from something deeper? Could their silence be more about protecting themselves than rejecting you? What if their behavior is a subtle plea for understanding rather than an attempt to push you away? I've been in that place too. I once believed my husband's actions meant he didn't love me, but through learning and counseling, I came to understand that's just his nature. So I chose to accept and understand him. Today, we're exploring how to navigate relationships with avoidant partners. It's challenging when it feels like you're speaking different love languages, but don't worry. By the end of this video, you'll have practical tools to strengthen your bond and build a healthier relationship. Plus, stick around for a special challenge at the end. So what is an avoidant partner? An avoidant partner is someone who often finds emotional intimacy challenging and may pull away in relationships, particularly during vulnerable moments. Here are examples of vulnerable moments. 1. Sharing feelings. Opening up about fears, insecurities, or emotional struggles, such as admitting to feeling lonely or inadequate. 2. Asking for help. Reaching out for support during a difficult time, like asking a partner for comfort after a tough day. 3. Admitting mistakes. Confessing to an error or wrongdoing and seeking forgiveness. 4. Expressing love. Saying, "I love you," for the first time or initiating deeper emotional conversations in a relationship. 5. Facing rejection. Applying for a job, sharing creative work, or telling someone how you feel, knowing there's a risk of being turned down or criticized. 6. Dealing with loss. Grieving a loss and leaning on others for support instead of isolating oneself. These moments often require trust and openness, making them challenging for an avoidant person. While the avoidant person might appear independent or even emotionally unavailable, it's not because they don't care, it's their way of protecting themselves. Here are the signs of avoidant behavior. Difficulty expressing emotions. Pulling away during conflicts. Preferring independence over closeness and feeling uncomfortable with too much affection or dependency. It's easy to feel hurt or assume your avoidant partner doesn't love you, but this might simply be how they cope with emotional intensity. I'll admit, it can feel strange and leave me confused, often making me question the strength and future of our relationship. Here are key reasons behind avoidant behavior. Many avoidant individuals grew up in environments where expressing emotions was suppressed or where caregivers were emotionally distant. Over time, they learned to rely on themselves and suppress their feelings. Lots of people don't realize it comes from childhood traumas that forced that person to build an impenetrable armor that they never know is there. Avoidants often fear being vulnerable because they associate it with rejection or hurt. So they put up walls to protect themselves. If someone has been hurt or betrayed in previous relationships, they might adopt an avoidant style as a defense mechanism. Here are key insights about an avoidant partner to help you approach your relationship with empathy. 1. They value independency deeply. Avoidant individuals value independence and often feel uneasy with relying on others or having others rely too much on them. This doesn't mean they don't want a relationship. It just means they need to maintain a sense of personal freedom within it. Be patient and understanding. Avoidants aren't intentionally pushing you away, they're protecting themselves. Give them space without taking it personally. Instead of saying, "Why don't you ever talk about your feelings?" try, "I'd love to understand what's on your mind when you're ready." 2. Emotional closeness can feel overwhelming. Emotional intimacy may trigger their defenses, making them pull away. It's not about rejecting you, it's about managing their own discomfort with vulnerability. When emotional intimacy grows, an avoidant partner might distance themselves. For example, if you express deep feelings like, "I love you," or discuss long-term plans, they may respond by becoming less communicative or needing more space. This isn't because they don't care, but because vulnerability feels overwhelming, and pulling away helps them cope with their discomfort. 3. They have a hard time expressing feelings. Avoidant partners might not verbalize their emotions or express affection in conventional ways. They often show love through actions rather than words. like fixing something for you, helping out, or giving you space when they think you need it. So set healthy boundaries and express your needs calmly. If you need more communication, say, "It's important to me that we check in daily. Can we find a routine that works for both of us?" Non-judgmental communication made the avoidant partner feel safe enough to stay engaged during tough conversations. Calm and respectful communication can break down walls. Avoid pressuring them to open up too quickly. It often backfires and pushes them away. 4. Conflict can feel threatening. Avoidant partners may shut down or avoid conflict altogether to protect themselves from emotional overwhelm. Approaching disagreements calmly and constructively can help them feel safe. Communicate calmly and clearly. Avoid blame or criticism. Use "I" statements to express how their behavior impacts you. Instead of saying, "You're always distant," try, "I feel disconnected when we don't spend time together. Can we plan a date night?" 5. They may struggle with long-term commitment. The idea of long-term dependence can feel daunting to them, even if they deeply care for you. They're more likely to commit when they feel secure and respected for who they are. Build trust gradually. Avoidants open up when they feel safe. Celebrate small moments of vulnerability without pressuring them for more. If they share something personal, thank them for trusting you instead of pressing for additional details. 6. They appreciate stability and predictability. Unpredictable behavior or emotional volatility can make them retreat further. Creating a stable, calm environment helps build trust and openness. Celebrate small wins to reinforce stability and predictability. Celebrating small steps in vulnerability helps an avoidant partner feel safe enough to share more over time. Building trust is the foundation in establishing stability and openness. 7. Healing is possible with effort. Avoidant partners can develop healthier attachment patterns with patience, communication, and support, sometimes through therapy. Progress takes time, but a safe and understanding relationship can foster change. Partners must recognize and bridge their different attachment styles, working together to grow closer. One avoidant individual shared that overcoming past feelings of being unloved was difficult, but support from friends and family helped. Although wary of relationships, he believes he will eventually heal. At their core, avoidants often wonder, "Will I ever truly love and be loved in return?" The answer is yes, it's possible. The impact of avoidant behavior on their partners. While we often focus on understanding and navigating relationships with avoidant partners, it's equally important for avoidants to recognize and acknowledge the pain and trauma their behavior may cause us. These are the struggles we endure as a result of their avoidant tendencies. The silent struggle of patience and perseverance. Example: Emma sacrificed many wasted years of her life, waiting patiently for her avoidant friend to finally open up and realize that she's not going anywhere, she will always be there for him. To some people, Emma was wasting time and must have left him. But Emma endured for a number of years. The toll of unmet expectations and emotional neglect. Example: Tom just ended a relationship because of his unmet expectations and being emotional neglected. He got tired of waiting for his avoidant partner to express love and intimacy. He started to feel undesirable, always waiting for closeness and never happening. Asking for the basics of a relationship and always hearing he was asking for too much. The strain of loving an avoidant partner. Example: John's wife is avoidant, and the impact it had on him was overwhelming: depression, sadness, hurt, and guilt from how she treated him. He offered couples therapy to work through things together, but she refused, saying there was nothing to fix and that relationships shouldn't require compromise. John was shocked and confused by her response. The hidden damage of avoidant behavior. Avoidant individuals can be incredibly difficult. They focus solely on their own needs and avoid facing yours, disregarding the fact that we all have emotional baggage. While we all carry our struggles, we have a responsibility not to let them consume us or harm those around us. Emotional abuse from avoidance can be just as damaging as physical abuse and should not be excused. The cycle of avoidance in relationships. Avoidant partners can inadvertently turn their partners into avoidants too, as both become anxious when their needs and desires go unmet. To conclude, while childhood experiences shape us all, avoidant and anxious attachment styles impact relationships differently. Anxious partners seek reassurance, while avoidants pull away for protection. It's not about giving one a pass, but understanding both partners' emotional needs. Avoidants often want someone there when needed. Building a strong, lasting relationship with an avoidant partner takes patience, understanding, and healthy communication, but it's possible. Both partners need to care for themselves while supporting each other. Remember, relationships are a two-way street. Don't neglect your own needs. Balance is key in any relationship. Stay strong, stay kind, and keep growing. There is hope, don't give up. Understanding these aspects can deepen your connection and help you both thrive. Now for the challenge exercise. It's called the empathy and space exercise. Step 1. Identify a moment when your partner seems distant. Instead of reacting emotionally, take a step back and ask yourself, what might they be feeling right now? Step 2. Give them space, but follow up with a supportive message, like, I'm here if you need me. Notice how they respond. Step 3. Reflect on how it felt to approach the situation with empathy rather than frustration. Share your experience in the comments below. I'd love to hear how it went. If you find this video helpful, please subscribe, like and share it with friends and family who might benefit from these insights. Also leave a comment below telling me how you went with the exercises, or give suggestions for me. Together, we can inspire each other to lead healthier and happier lives. See you in our next video.